Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. So today I'm going to show you a book haul. Now I know I don't need books at the moment because I'm doing a book challenge, but I passed a charity shop in my local town that had a half price sale on, and I'd seen the banner in the window and I thought, why not just go ahead and take a nose in there. Their books were very cheap to start with. They only priced them up as 50p each. So every book that I picked up was only 25p each once it'd gone through the till at half price. So I thought I'd share my haul. It means a lot to me that my money has gone, I mean I didn't spend a lot at all, but I was spending money on books that would benefit other people, because the shop that I went in was the Salvation Army shop, so that really did mean a lot to me that my money was going to better use rather than going into WH Smith's or Asda or somewhere like that to pick up a book which probably cost me about £5 per book. But these only cost me 25p per book. So I've got a pile in front of me. This pile here, I've got 7 books, so that cost me a grand total of £1.75 for 7 books, guys. Can you believe it? The first book is this book. It is the Jeffrey Archer Paths of Glory. And I'll read the blurbs of them to you all in case it's something that may interest you. So it says, Archer's mystery shows him at his peak. He is every bit Somerset Maugham's match as a storyteller. Some people have dreams so outrageous that if they were to achieve them, their place in history would be guaranteed. Paths of Glory is the story of such a man, but not until you've turned the last page of this extraordinary novel will you be able to decide if George Mallory should be added to a list of legends, because if he were, another name would have to be removed. So next up we have this book. It is the Agatha Raisin and the Terrible Tourist, written by MC Beaton. I've just finished another one of the books from this collection in my 19 books in 2019 challenge. So when I spotted this one, I had to have it because I quite like these books. And the blurb says, cold-blooded murder hots up Agatha's holiday. Agatha Raisin leaves her sleepy Cotswolds village of Carsley to pursue love and finds a murderer. Spurned at the altar, she follows her fleeing fiancé James Lacey to North Cyprus, where instead of enjoying the honeymoon they'd planned, they witness the murder of an obnoxious tourist in a disco. Intrigue and a string of murders surround the unlikely couple in a plot as scorching as the Cypriot sun. So that's interesting. Next up we have this one, and this is called These Wonderful Rumours by May Smith. I love the cover of this one. So it says on the back, as 24-year-old May Smith greets the new year in her diary, she is living with her parents in a small Derbyshire village where she works as a school teacher. By February she has volunteered to find billets for evacuees. By April she is attending ARP classes. By September the war has begun. Through the subsequent years of struggle, endless winters, rationing and nights broken by the wail of sirens, May kept calm and kept her diary, faithfully recording the burgeoning romances, cinema trips and seaside holidays that made the hardship of wartime slightly more bearable. These Wonderful Rumours is an invaluable, entertaining and touching account of one young woman's experience of ordinary life in extraordinary times. Despite all the danger, the hustle and bustle of ordinary life continues resilient with all its gossip, romances, disappointments, adventures and jokes. Charming. Yeah, that looks really good. And next up we have this book. This is Best Kept Secret by Jeffrey Archer, and it says 1945. The vote in the House of Lords as to who should inherit the Barrington family fortune has ended in a tie. The Lord Chancellor's deciding vote will cast a long shadow of the lives of Harry Clifton and Giles Barrington. Harry returns to America to promote his latest novel, while his beloved Emma goes in search of the little girl who was found abandoned in her father's office on the night he was killed. When the general election is called, Giles Barrington has to defend his seat in the House of Commons and is horrified to discover who the Conservatives select to stand against him. But it is Sebastian Clifton, Harry and Emma's son, who ultimately influences his uncle's fate. In 1957, Sebastian wins a scholarship to Cambridge, and a new generation of the Clifton family march onto the page. After Sebastian is expelled from school, he unwittingly becomes caught up in a case of international art fraud involving a Rodin statue that is worth far more than the sum it raises at auction. Does he become a millionaire? Does he go to Cambridge? Is his life in danger? So that's very intriguing. Then we have another book by Jeffrey Archer, which is called Be Careful What You Wish For. And the cover says, two families united by fate, threatened by betrayal. Be Careful What You Wish For opens with Harry Clifton and his wife Emma rushing to hospital to learn the fate of their son Sebastian, who has been involved in a fatal car accident. But who died, Sebastian or his best friend Bruno? When Ross Buchanan is forced to resign as chairman of the Barrington Shipping Company, Emma Clifton wants to replace him. But Don Pedro Martinez intends to install his puppet, the devious Major Alex Fisher, in order to destroy the Barrington family firm, just as the company plans to build its new luxury liner, the MV Buckingham. Meanwhile, in London, Harry and Emma's adopted daughter wins a scholarship to the Slade Academy of Art, where she falls in love with a fellow student, Clive Billingham, who asks her to marry him. Both families are delighted until Priscilla Bingham, Jessica's future mother-in-law, has a visit from an old friend, Lady Virginia Fenwick, who drops her particular brand of poison into the wedding chalice. Then, without warning, Cedric Hardcastle, a bluff Yorkshireman who no one has come across before, takes his place on the board of Barringtons. This event will change the lives of every member of the Clifton and Barrington families as they march forward into the 60s in this epic tale of love, revenge, ambition and betrayal. So yep, that's another intriguing book. Next up we have this book. This is called P.S. I Love You by Cecilia Ahern. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm not very good at pronunciation, really not. This says, some people wait their whole lives to find their soulmates, but not Holly and Jerry. They were childhood sweethearts. No one could imagine Holly and Jerry without each other. Until the unthinkable happens, Jerry's death devastates Holly, but as her 30th birthday looms, Holly discovers that Jerry has left her a bundle of notes gently guiding her into her new life without him, each signed P.S. I Love You. With some help from her friends and her noisy and loving family, Holly finds herself laughing, crying, singing, dancing and being braver than ever before. Life is for living, she realises, but it always helps if there's an angel watching over you. That sounds an incredible book to me. Yes, excited. And the last one is this one called Run by Cody Keplinger. Keplinger? Is that how you pronounce it? Okay, so it says, Bo Dickinson is a girl with a wild reputation, a deadbeat dad and a mama who's not exactly sober most of the time. Everyone in town knows the Dickinsons are a bad lot, but Bo doesn't care what anyone thinks. Agnes Atwood has never gone on a date, never even stayed out past 10, and never broken any of her parents' overbearing rules. Rules that are meant to protect their legally blind daughter, protect her from what Agnes isn't quite sure. Despite everything, Bo and Agnes become best friends, and it's the sort of friendship that runs truer and deeper than anything else. So when Bo shows up in the middle of the night with police sirens wailing in the distance, desperate to get out of town, Agnes doesn't hesitate to take off with her. But running away and not getting caught will require stealing a car, tracking down Bo's dad, staying ahead of the authorities, and worst of all, confronting some ugly secrets. Best-selling author Cody Keplinger weaves a stunning story about the unbreakable bond between girls, the fierceness of friendship, and the risks we'll take to save our friends and ourselves. That's pretty special. So, yeah, that was the last from my Salvation Army charity shop book haul. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on these books, and if you've read any of them. If you have, I'd love to know what you think of it. Just don't give me any spoilers, guys. Right, so that is the end of this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And hit that bell icon so that you will get notifications every time I upload a video, so you don't miss a thing. So, guys, until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye, guys.